Hey there, Namaskar, Namaste, good morning and good evening, my dear beloved friends, and a warm welcome to one and all of you. How you have been doing? I strongly believe that you all had been having a fantastic time with your family. If not, try to create one more fantastic moment and let it be a holiday outing or let it be a movie or a time together at home in your terrace. Oh, home together, time together at home in the terrace. Yes, why not? It's that 10 times more than the time you spend together in a mall, getting into a supermarket and husband is this side, wife is that side, children are roaming around and all that. No, you need to have family time right in your terrace. Try doing that. Yeah, if you're in apartments, you will have some lobby or something or balcony. Spend time together. It's nice. Okay. All right, warm welcome to the short sessions where we are consistently making efforts to cover various topics from the perspective of life and wellness. And why are we touching on these topics? We have only one motive, one objective. We have to build the mankind as overcomers. And who are these overcomers? Those that don't give up the fight against the worries, the troubles, the fearful moments. It could be even sicknesses, it could be some of the depriving thoughts and all that. So, everything we are actually covering, there are lots of sessions, close to 100 sessions are available on various aspects of life. Do not miss. Today, yet another session, yet another topic. Today's topic we are going to talk about spendthrifts. Who are the spendthrifts? Let's go to our Google and see what this Google guy has to say. A person who spends improvidentially or wastefully, and spendthrift adjective is definition of spendthrift, given to spending money freely or foolishly, wasteful with money in advanced economies, and with the wealthiest nations promising to mend their spendthrifts ways. This is the definition. Sorry to read that. Other definition is also very simple. For example, in the European countries, the Western culture, US, and all that, you know how spendthrifts evolve. You won't believe this. And in India is no different nowadays. I'm not blaming digital India for that matter. Now, don't connect it to any other political reasons and all that. Even I am also a digital user. Credit card. Credit card is the key source to make a person spend money. Why? Because it's credit. And the statistic says there are only 8 percentage of people, each time they swipe the credit card, they have a kind of a budget behind their brains. What is that? Each time they swipe, they know they have the source of money in their bank and they're able to meet the needs. Of course, there are exceptional cases. We are not here to talk about credit card. We have other things to discuss, but just started with the credit card aspect. Credit card is really good. You don't have to carry your wallet and no security threat. You have a good pin security feature and all that, right? But then credit card is lost, immediately call the bank, they will block the card. All these great facilities are there. Money is gone, right? And most of us have pin in the credit card, so it is a very safe instrument to carry across. Nothing wrong. Now what happens is only 8 percentage of people or a little greater than that have that thing in their mind that they have somehow needs. But emergency cases, for example, a health issue and all that, you use credit card and then you claim in the insurance, health insurance. That is also being covered. Now, the important point, let's come back to the original point. Spendthrifts. Who are they? And where are they? They are everywhere. Another statistic says there are spendthrifts 4 out of 10 people in the current world that we are living. 4 out of 10 people are emerging as spendthrifts. Especially the things like, take an instant loan on your debit card, on your salary account, take an instant personal loan, and you can repay whenever you want. But what they forget is the kind of interest they have to pay, and they may lose their job anytime because most of us are in private sectors, very few people are in the government sectors. Therefore there is lack of planning whenever they get into some sort of debts, right? They don't map the debts as a long term planning and an expenditure which I could really incur and repay. You have to repay your loan, else Your property will be confiscated, your name will be blacklisted. Next time, no, you will not even get a debit card. Correct? They are very good linking nowadays, and even RBI has a say in that. Reserve Bank of India. What am I trying to say? The original definition we have read. Now, what does it mean is people wastefully or foolishly spending money. Let's underline that point. Spend a minute or two. What is this wastefully, foolishly spending money? Very, very simple. If you have something already existing in your home, for example, good example, you have a car which has four wheels and a gear system and all that, which can transport you from point A to point B, which is a depreciating asset anyway. What is the point in upgrading your car in less than 5 years while your vehicle loan is still going on? Huh? And first of all, it's a depreciating asset. And another important aspect is, if you are a spendthrift, you will not take loan on a depreciating asset. You will actually go for a house loan or home loan, which is like a appreciating asset, right? Any gadgets, don't go for loan, or take EMI, short term EMI, three installments and all that, but don't go for a 7 years loan on a vehicle, right? It is a depreciating asset. How, somebody is asking me, how do you know? Because I got caught with one of my vehicles. Until somebody came and explained me with the calculations and proven, I ended up paying almost like 23% more, including my depreciation. So if I were to resell the car, I will actually be at the loss of 23%, according to that person's calculation. Only then I discovered, oh, it's but what happens is, the it's so attractive. Sir, you will get the key. All that you need to do is sign in some 20, 30 papers. That's it, right? But then you are at the loss of 23%, 28%, 30%. And more so when you resell your car and upgrade it within that stipulated time, right? First of all, you have a car. 5 years, it should be in a good condition. If it is not in good condition, take it to garage. You have to spend few thousands of rupees and then you can get it back to normalcy. Don't get immediately attracted towards advertisement and all that. Good example is me. I used to have a geared version of car and I started getting ergonomic problems. I couldn't manage the clutch in the Bangalore traffic because I have to drive so far. So I ended up upgrading the car to a gearless version. This is a true incident. The moment I updated to gearless version, immediately a temptation started in my heart. Oh, I could go for another upgraded version. This is a different technology. That is a different technology. This and that. And finally, my wife had to literally rebuke me, and she was the one who explained me, convinced me. No, you are going to be at loss, and therefore never end up this kind of attractions. It's like a temptation, right? Good example. Likewise, every single thing at your in your home, you have good cots, you have good sofas, and you have good furnitures, and all that. You end up in a shopping mall, then you see a furniture 30% discount, 50% off, this and that. Oh, can we replace this and all that? So what do you do with the old furnitures? Dump it somewhere else. So what happens? Your house will become like a godown. Correct? No, it will be full of all old items. Why? Because there isn't a need for you to and buy a new teapot or something like that. Already a teapot is there, it is not broken yet. So, the basic rule of thumb, I'll come to the point, is do not go for an addition of things, or any kind of things or materialistic thing until there is a need, right? You don't create a need before the need enforces you to, meet that need. Simple, it's my own definition. You all understood, right? When there is no need, then why are you inventing a need? Correct. So let there be a need. Let the sofa break or let the cot break down. May such a thing not happen. Okay. Or let your beds, right? The bed on the cot, gets torn or something like that. Replace it, no problem. Unless the need invites you, please do not, you don't enforce yourself to invite the need. You don't create a need, you don't invent a need, you don't discover a need. This is what attracts you to spend money, waste money. Simple rule, right? Now, I'm no, not a rule actually, it's a simple definition helping you to understand who are these spendthrifts. And for example, we all go for holiday outing and all that. Nowadays the internet system is very good. Some things like you want to book an airfare, nice comparisons they do and they give you which are the least of the rates and all that. But then sometimes what happens is we get attracted towards the label. I will travel only in Emirates, I will travel only in Qatar. All of them operate in the same kind of airline system and all that. Somebody is offering you for a good price, Indigo is offering for a good price, go for it. So you save some money. See, saving is a blessing. Saving is brilliance. Saving is a kind of a intellectual attitude, and nothing wrong, right? And sometimes what happens is there are a lot of local players. Another example I will give you, a lot of, from the broomstick all the way to any other big things, there are a lot of local players who have really, they, it's like make in India. You all support make in India, right? So you definitely need to support the local players, the small vendors, rather than supporting the corporates and all that. I'm not saying always the local vendors are matching up to the corporate standards, right? For example, I visited a place called as IKEA. I have got some expectations. Actually, it did not meet me. When I watched the YouTube, this thing and all, people were hyping, oh, it's like a heaven paradise and all that, and even the food I didn't like. So when we came back, ended up spending thousands of rupees going there and coming back. It's very far. Then I visited some local vendors. My goodness, it is not even the amount of money that I spent on petrol cost driving all the way there. My needs are fulfilled and they are of good quality. Yeah, you don't have to compromise on quality, but then you need to check on all those aspects. And I'll tell you what, this is where sometimes we get attracted towards the brand, end up paying 300 400 percentage of money more. What is this called as? Wasting money. It's foolishness sometimes. But sometimes some areas, some branded products are really good. Good example is pillow, cushion pillow, back pillow, sofa set and all that, and wood, right? Wooden furnitures and all branded, because why? A lot of local players, they use some local woods, and it started giving the termites and all that. So I agree with that. So you need to really make your choices, and you got to be really wise. There are very few people make such choices. Good definition on spendthrifts. Right now, how to overcome this attitude as a spendthrift? Few tips, and I took little notes, and I'm just referring. Right, make budget plan. Whenever the year begins, you make a budget plan. Budget plan for what? You may want to upgrade certain things, nothing wrong, but make a plan accordingly, right? And try to avoid loans. Budget planning should not be intercoupled with loans, except for appreciating assets. For example, gold and land, no problem, right? And anything else is a depreciating asset. Try to save up money and then buy. Delay the process by 6 months, nothing wrong. You will not end up as a spendthrift, right? And use, for example, evaluate your areas of spending. All right, use your brains, use your time, and discuss with your spouse. Sometimes you take inputs from your children, they give brilliant ideas, they're very smart people. And as a family, you decide and make your areas of spending. And if your budget is really tight for that year, for example, one of your spouse, you lost the job because of recession, then cut down all the areas of spending, sustain, survive, right, with whatever you have. Nothing wrong. That year, do not buy anything. That doesn't mean you have to walk around with torn clothes and all that. I'm not trying to say that. But then, when you have good clothes to wear, why again simply buying clothes? So, especially, ladies, gents are also like that these days, no difference. But then, really, really, value that money. There are many, many people who are not having clothes to wear, proper clothes to wear. You have so much at home, so why are you so many at home, why are you buying again? And evaluate the triggers for spending, right? For example, groceries, important trigger, attribute or parameter, right? And your credit card bills, electrical bills, and water bills, your tuition fees for your children, school fees for your children, all these are regular expenditures, and these are the triggers, recurring triggers, and you got to plan for it, right? And cut off the unnecessary expenses. Evaluate and cut off recurring expenses, right? For example, you have 2 3 internet connections, cut down 2 of them and see how you can centralize it somewhere in an area where the Wi-Fi reaches to everyone. Cut off all unnecessary expenses. You have already you have one dog at home, right? Why buying another 3 4 dogs? Right, you know how expensive it is to take care of a dog. I didn't know it unless and until one of my niece, she got a dog, and really was surprised. Several thousands of rupees they spent on the dog, right? I'm also animal lover. If you're a dog lover, fine, but have one. Why having 10? There are a lot of people in my own area where they have 2 3 dogs. I don't know how they manage. My goodness, it's even more tedious than managing your own kids sometimes. Get rid of impulse buying. Don't force yourself to buy anything. At that same definition, unless a need arises, please carry on with your life. Save the money. open up a FD account, open up a term deposit account. Lot of plans, so many plans has been introduced by central government of India. It's all for the wellness of Indian citizens. You go for a LIC, you go for a pension plan, save money. Why? Because we are all, repeat it again, we are all in private sectors. Government sectors, their pay is very less. Private sectors pay is hefty, but you don't know when you will lose your job. Both of them are actually in equal category only. Therefore, save up money, because you do not know how your situation will change. Please do not be a spendthrift. God bless you. Take care. Please subscribe to our channel. Get access to all our playlists. Do not miss on any of videos like this. It's only going to help you. We are actually lighting spark on many areas of your life. It's only going to induce certain positive thoughts, some fruitful thoughts, meaningful thoughts, and help you march in the right direction, and also build you as overcomers, right? So share these details with your friends, relatives, whomever you know. Share it and spread the knowledge of truth, right? And yeah, continue to stay with me. I'll meet you soon. Namaskar, namaste, bye.